He might have 1 or 2, and then he's retiring. Supposedly.
Yeah.
But he's very much a dude that makes he'll release statements that he goes back on later. Just like Hateful Eight. I don't know if you heard about this, but when it was being developed, or he was writing it, the script leaked.
Okay.
And he got super pissed and was like, fuck it, I'm not doing the movie at all. Fuck it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Like,
no, I didn't hear that.
I'm like, forget it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm done. And then later, I think he just went in and probably did a revision or changed some things, but it still happened.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying, and with that being said, retiring from film doesn't mean he's retiring from the industry.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a Quentin Tarantino show.
Oh, yeah,
You know
that'd be
what I
good.
mean?
Yeah.
I think that he would thrive in that environment, and especially because the writers rule that world, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as screenwriting and film, you get people come in, muck up your shit once you've sold it off to whatever company, you know what I mean? But in the TV world, as far as I know, they are in charge. The writers are in charge.
Yeah.
It's almost word for word what they want. So, I think he would love that, and maybe that's why he's saying this, is he's just moving on to another medium.
Okay, yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
That is all the news I have for today. I don't know what you have.
I have some cool stuff too. So for pop culture, Scream has officially, the Scream show that's on MTV is coming back for a 3rd season, and it's officially changed its cast and story completely.
Oh, okay. You said something about this before, right?
Yeah, I have on some of the earlier episodes when we were talking about the Scream franchise. Yeah. So, Tyga and CJ Wallace are going to be joining the crew, I guess, and that show premieres March 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what was I saying? Scream, the TV series, will be premiering sometime in March 2018.
Okay.
Moving on. Leatherface just got a wicked new Red Band trailer, and it's pretty awesome. You can find that on probably YouTube.
YouTube, you can find it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. It's and I didn't know this at first, but I guess it's done by Julian Maury and Alexandre Bustel, who they are kind of infamous French filmmakers who brought us the movie Inside, which is kind of revered by like hardcore horror fans, you know what I mean? And to me, French horror is where it's at. It's so much more brutal and
darker,
and
right?
to the point. Yeah, it's almost like they have no filters.
Yeah,
and I really love that. So it's going to be interesting to see French filmmakers getting a hold of our kind of like an American culture piece of ours, and see how they interpret it.
Okay.
So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that's going to bring something new to this for sure. And it's also a DirecTV release, or an exclusive release. So DirecTV will get it first on September 21st, followed by a small theatrical release and video on demand October 20th.
Okay, so is that this year, 2017?
Yes.
Okay. Wow,
yes.
It's coming out fast.
It's coming out soon. They're done, so it's got to be done. In other news, Walking Dead Season 8 is resuming filming after the tragic death of a stuntman.
Oh, wow.
That happened, yeah. I believe his name is John Bernecker. He ended up accidentally falling to his death from like the top of I I think it was like 20 feet.
Mm.
Yeah, top of a building or something.
Wow.
Yeah, he fell, and for some reason, it's unforeseen why, but he missed the cushion target
Oh, that's
and just like planted on the concrete. It was just concrete,
It's
dude.
a freak accident.
Yeah. So they stopped filming. They're in the middle of filming the new season that will premiere in October now,
Yeah.
but they've resumed it now after his death. He was just 33.
Oh wow.
So R.I.P.
Super young.
Yeah, that's sad. And I was reading a little bit. He's been on numerous films,
Okay.
recent films, old films. He had been around in the industry for a while, so that's sad to see him go in this way. Yeah, so R.I.P.
Yeah.
Moving on. So War of the Planet of the Apes
Okay.
just came out
Yes.
this past Friday, right?
Yes.
And it actually beat out Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming, for the #1 spot.
And that was Spider-Man's second week.
Yes.
Second weekend. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Really? You know,
I think that's crazy.
yeah, I wouldn't
being
expect
such a
it.
huge, Spider-Man's huge.
Yes, Spider-Man is huge. I would say it's probably bigger. I would have thought it would have been bigger than Planet of the Apes, because that's more of like a cult thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Do you know the numbers on that? Do you know? If
Yeah,
it's
I do. I
close?
do.
Okay.
I'm right there with you,
on
man.
it.
So, War has already made an estimated 102.5 million,
Okay. Opening weekend.
and its budget was like 150.
Holy crap! That's crazy. It's made its money back almost.
Like in 3 days,
yeah,
dude.
that's insane. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's exciting, right?
Yeah, that's insane, dude. You basically, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're
it's
just
going to
like-
make its money back. It's
Yeah.
going to make 50 million.
That's just
easily.
over. Yeah, that's just over here. That's not even like.
Oh my god, that's crazy. That's insane.
But that gives me hope that people at least like good films still.
Yeah.
And they'll go and watch it. Because that trilogy is killer. I haven't... Of course, I can't speak for the final one, but I mean, it looks great. The trailers
Yeah,
are great.
looks
It's
good.
Matt Reeves. And with that being said, another shout out to Chris Pollock. He had just messaged me earlier today and said, whatever you do, go watch War of the Planet of the Apes before you watch Homecoming, because Homecoming does not compare. He said the only good thing that he could say about Homecoming is that he was surprised at how mediocre it was.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I feel like he's not closed-minded when it comes to superhero movies
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we both have pretty much the same taste. It varies here and there.
Mhm.
But he said the only thing that he really liked was Michael Keaton, and Michael Keaton is good in anything you
Yeah,
put him in.
he's great.
So that's a very bold statement with the things I've been hearing about Homecoming.
Yeah.
It's completely the other side of what I've been hearing. One of my buddies from the convention center also told me that he thought it was just boring and predictable. But you know, in that sense, it is a Spider-Man tale,
Yeah.
and it's not like rocket science
Mhm.
either. That character or his stories or origins and stuff.
You kind of already know where he's going.
Where it's going or what could happen.
Yeah.
And it's still, they're kind of keeping it in for the kids. Obviously, a lot of kids love Spider-Man. So yeah, I think that wraps up the news, dude. You want to
Crazy.
jump into the movie?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we are kind of talking about and reviewing George A. Romero's 2005 modern take on the zombie called Land of the Dead. It's starring Simon Baker of the Mentalist,
Yes.
I believe. John Leguizamo, who's in a bunch of stuff. The Pest, Super Mario Brothers.
John Wick.
Yeah, he's actually in John Wick. Huh? Dennis Hopper, the late Dennis Hopper, who was also passed away. R.I.P. He's in, holy shit, so much stuff.
Tons of stuff.
Speed, I'll say Speed.
Yeah.
Followed by Robert Joy. And
When did he pass away? I didn't know that.
Eugene Clark. It was a couple years ago. I think he also was battling cancer.
Oh wow, I did not hear that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he passed away too. The film is rated R. It dropped in 2005, like I said earlier, and it's kind of a post-apocalyptic film. It actually got a smooth, and I'm very happy about this, 73 on Rotten.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for the Swan summary, let me see if this makes sense for you guys. Sometime in the future, there's a zombie outbreak that forces the unaffected to create a society in which the rich rule supreme. Through the film, you follow a group of trained scavengers who decide to go after one of the wealthy men of the society who decides to double-cross them. Meanwhile, a group of zombies start to evolve and head toward the unknowing community at the same time. Yeah, so lots of stuff going on in this. And at the time, it was very unfamiliar territory.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's kind of groundbreaking, at least in my point of view.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, before we do the Swan facts, what did you think of the film? Watching it out after all these years.
I really enjoyed it. The first time I saw it, I think 2005. I think it was right before freshman year, going into high school.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wasn't into a lot of zombie or like horror films. I know when I saw it, creeped me out a little bit.
Okay.
Being older now, I can enjoy these movies and know that it's not like it's not real and it's not, But I enjoyed this movie a lot, and I don't want to take anything away from it, saying that back then it didn't stand the, I didn't like it, but
would you say you didn't care for it back then?
Back then, yeah, those type of I guess that genre or that type of horror zombie films weren't my cup of tea, if you would.
So,
put it that way.
If I can dig a little deeper, what made you watch it in the first place?
I think I was probably at my cousin's house or something.
So it just happened to be on, or
yeah, I think they probably put it in and watched it, and I was there. I had probably been spending the night or something.
Okay.
And but yeah, now watching it again, rewatching after so many years, I liked it. I didn't. It's the way it was shot. I just like the special effect, not the special effects, but
the practical gags.
Yeah, the practical gags, and everything that they did was that was probably really maybe groundbreaking for that time.
Yeah, 2005. There really wasn't zombies. That was before zombies were cool.
Yeah.
So, I can't imagine what this movie did. And it actually did get a big theatrical release. It was like playing everywhere.
Okay.
Which is very cool. Do you have a favorite scene? And while you're thinking about your answer, can you look up what Land of the Dead made as
Yes, I can. My favorite scene. I think it was probably. I like the scene where what's his? I can't remember his name. His the guy's best friend, the one who's all burnt on the side of his face.
Okay, yeah.
When he, I don't know if it's my favorite scene, but I really liked it. Is when she's talking, when that girl's talking to him about why does he lick his finger and then rub the end of the rifle.
Oh yeah.
And he says, so I can see the light hits it, and then he shoots, and it looks like he's going to shoot her. And she starts to freak out, and he shoots, and then you see a zombie fall behind her. Nice.
Yeah. No, that's great. Sorry, we are recording outside currently.